This is a recipe for Tex Mex rice. What you need for this recipe: 1 cup of high quality long grain rice, about half of a red pepper that's been sliced thinly, 1 to 2 jalapenos just sliced lengthwise, 1 to 2 cloves of garlic, about 1/4 of an onion, can be red, white, or sweet onion sliced thinly, about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of cilantro chopped, a little bit of sweet oregano. This is a Mexican oregano. About a teaspoon of vegetable bouillon powder or a vegan unchickened bouillon powder, a little bit of black pepper, some high quality olive oil, and either tomato paste or strained tomatoes. Now, as you see, I'm using strained tomatoes that are in a bottle. So I do not use canned tomatoes. Okay, so you can look for these. If you're using the strained tomatoes, you'll use about 1/2 cup, and if you're using tomato paste, about a heaping teaspoon. Alright, so let's get started. First thing you'll do is a little bit of olive oil, 1 to 2 tablespoons, depending how much you like to use. Throw in your peppers, throw in your onions, give that a stir. Throw in your chilies, your garlic, and a little bit of oregano, just a pinch, about a 1/4 teaspoon, not too much, we don't want to overpower it. A little black pepper, and we'll just saute that for a few minutes. Once the peppers and onions and chilies, garlic have softened a little bit, and you'll start to smell they're getting fragrant, throw in your rice. You just keep moving the rice around so it doesn't brown. We just want it to absorb all the flavor of the vegetables. Add your bouillon. If you didn't have bouillon, you could just add a little bit of salt, not too much. 1/2 cup of the strained tomatoes. This is a 1/4 cup measure, so I'm measuring 1/2 cup. And again, if you didn't have the strained tomatoes, use a heaping teaspoon of tomato paste. Throw in most of the cilantro, just reserve a little for the end. Give that a stir. 1.5 cups of water. It's because I used 1/2 cup. Usually it would be 2 cups of water if we're using just regular water, but I had 1/2 cup of the strained tomatoes, so I'm using 1.5 cups. If you were using the tomato paste, you'd use 2 cups of water. Let's cover that and bring it to a boil. Okay, so I can see my rice is boiling. It's at a high boil. So lower the heat all the way to the lowest setting and keep it covered. We'll come back in about 15 minutes and check on it. Okay, let's check the rice. It looks ready. It'll be a little bit wet on the top. Just give that a stir, and then allow it to steam for another 5 minutes. This has been steaming for 5 minutes. Looks nice and fluffy. There you go. A little fresh cilantro. Tex Mex rice. Enjoy.